Alright guys, we are starting chapter 26.2, which is on climate zones. Yay! So there are three main climate zones that are divided into different subclimates. The three main climates are tropical, polar, and middle latitude. We're going to start with tropical since that's the first on my list. And the first little division in there is the rainforest, which is 5 to 10 degrees latitude north and south. That means both above and below the equator. Rainforests are typically humid and warm. If you think about the Amazon rainforest, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Next is the desert climate zone, which is 20 to 30 degrees latitude north and south, again above and below. The desert tropical climate is warm and dry, and so what you want to think about there is the Sahara. I'm not going to say Sahara Desert because Sahara actually means desert, so it's redundant. The last division in tropical is tropical savanna climate, which is 10 to 20 degrees latitude north and south, so between the rainforest and the desert. It has wet summers and dry winters, and I can't really think of a good example that you guys might understand other than think of the Lion King. The Lion King is in a savanna climate. Okay, so next we're going to go up to polar climate, subarctic climate is one of the two. It is from 55 to 65 degrees latitude north, and it's just north because there's not a whole lot of land in 55 to 65 degrees latitude in the southern hemisphere. Subarctic climates have severe winters and short summers. I'd say think Siberia or maybe Alaska, something like that. Yeah, I think Siberia. See if I can do this. So yeah, Siberia. Tundra climate is from 65 degrees latitude upward in the north. There's very little tundra in the southern hemisphere because there's not a whole lot of land there. The Arctic Circle is typically what you want to think of going, because that's what it is. It's the Arctic Circle. There's very little rain or precipitation whatsoever, and there's very little temperature change. Very barren. So think northern Russia or Canada. That's so. Okay, so yeah, northern Russia or Canada. And then we're going to go up to the middle latitude climates. This is probably where you get the most diverse stuff. So the first one is marine west coast climate, which is 40 to 60 degrees latitude north. It's very wet, and it has a pretty mild temperature. Think Washington coast, because that's where it is. Next is the Mediterranean climate, 30 to 40 degrees north. The best example that you understand is actually us. We have a Mediterranean climate. Others would be, for example, Italy or maybe Greece. Very dry summers and wet winters. I think we know how that works. Next is the desert and steppe. I don't know how to say that climate. 35 to 50 degrees latitude north. Again, there's not really. It's on the interior. It has little rain and a wide temperature range. An example of this might be. Let's see if I can do this. Yeah, Mojave Desert is one. So next is the humid continental climate, which is approximately, I'd say, 40 to 55 degrees north. Again, not much room for a climate like that in the southern hemisphere. It has warm and humid summers and very, very cold winters. NYC is in that climate zone. Okay, last one is humid subtropical. It is 30 to 40 degrees latitude north and south. Finally, we're getting another one that's both north and south. It's very, very, very wet, and it has a relatively small temperature change compared to what some of the others get. To give you an idea of what a humid subtropical climate is, Florida. I experienced that myself. It's very, 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 very humid, and it makes you very sweaty and sticky. It's not fun. Alright, so those are the climate zones. Thanks for watching, guys.